Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, after over a month of never again, enough is enough, not one more, and March for Our Lives, the administrators of Stoneman Douglas High have heard your demands, and they want to do their part to make never again a reality. So they have taken certain security measures to help ensure they're doing their part to stop school shootings. Well, it turns out that these stunning and brave students that were going to show us adults the way, turns out they're not too happy with those measures. David Hogg thinks the idea of clear backpacks is quite embarrassing. Well, David, shouldn't you be in favor of this? I mean, after all, this is a measure taken for your safety. Oh wait, that requires you to actually make a sacrifice. That requires you give up a freedom that you value, and now all of a sudden the price is too much to bear. Well, buddy, welcome to the world you wanted to push on people who are firearms enthusiasts, who owned AR-15s. You're getting what you deserve. Was that 15 minutes of fame worth it to you, buddy? Did you really think those people who were willing to use you as a human shield to push their political agenda gave a shit about what you thought? You did? Oh, that's precious. And now what you got to show for it is a clear backpack that you're going to have to wear around the rest of your high school career. Oh, and generations after you, students after you at that high school, now have to suffer for your actions. Which brings me to the main point of this video, guys. Actions have consequences. It was your fanning of the flames of public hysteria and use of emotional blackmail, well, your participation in it, that helped get these policies rammed through. For those of you who went to a school, who knew the guy, who didn't actually participate in the fanning of the flames yourselves, but you sat there and let him do that and didn't pull him to the side and say, hey dude, this might not turn out so well for us. Well, you guys stood by silently there and you let it happen, and now you're going to have to suffer the consequences of that action too. And this goes much deeper than clear backpacks and ID badges for school students. There could be a lot worse implications, for this March for Your Lives. There could be a lot more consequences. And you should know that these emotional responses to these events aren't the best actions to take. Because when you lose a freedom, it's very hard to get that freedom back. Take, for example, sound suppressors. This one I had to wait for about a year to get. A little less than a year. I had to pay a $200 tax stamp for it, on top of its regular price and the taxes I already had to pay on it. And then I have to have the paperwork for it. It's registered with the federal government. Got another NFA Title II item I'm still waiting on. It's been over a year since the check has been cashed by the ATF. Well, back last year we thought we were going to be able to finally get these sound suppressors off the NFA Title II list. And at least get them made an NFA Title I firearm, if not treated like a firearm accessory altogether. Well, here we are, less than 9 months, less than a year after that, bill got dropped, and it doesn't look like we're ever going to have a shot at this again. Yeah, it's a lot easier to give up a freedom than it is to get that freedom back. That's a life lesson. I want to give you another example of unintended consequences. Folks, this is an airsoft gun. Well, back in 1996, the Australian government put some draconian gun laws in place. And since then, airsoft has pretty much been prohibited in Australia. You know, you should go look at the laws. Hell, in the UK, I know it's still legal, but I also know that there are a buttload more restrictions in the UK on airsoft than there are in the US. Hell, this one, I ordered this online and got it mailed to my home. No problem. And the reason for that being, obviously, is because I heard about airsoft and I decided I wanted to try it out, but I actually haven't been able to find the time to get out to the airsoft course and actually go try it and see if this is a hobby I enjoy. But the point behind that is that it is very doubtful that people in Australia are going to be able to get rid of those laws, are going to be able to regain that freedom back, at least not anytime soon. They're going to have to fight to get that repealed, and it's probably going to be a fight that they're not going to win. Likewise with the UK. In fact, in the UK now, they're arresting you for internet jokes. They just convicted somebody of a joke he made on the internet. No kidding. These actions have consequences. When you start saying it's okay for the government to come in and start taking your freedom for the vague promise of safety, you've already lost. It's hard to stop going down that path, and it's even harder to go back. Thank you guys. Y'all take her easy out there and have a great day.